To give you an example, a practical example of a difference in a recitation that produces a different meaning, one that's relevant to us, that provides two different fiqh rulings. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu idha qumtum ila as-salati. O you who have believed, when you stand up for salat, faghsilu wujuhakum. Then wash your faces. Wa aydiyakum ila al-marafiq. And your hands all the way to your elbows. Wamsahu bi ru'usikum. And then wipe your heads. Wa arjulakum ila al-ka'bayn. And your feet all the way to the ankles. And wash your feet. With this recitation, وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ with a fatha on the lam. وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ. It means it's connected to the washing of the face and the hands. And not the wiping. وَامْسَحُوا بِرُؤُسِكُمْ. The wiping of the head. You don't wash your head, rather you wipe. It's a masah. وَامْسَحُوا, as Allah has said. Wipe your head. Right? You wash, meaning you take the water and you cover your skin entirely from every possible, from all the borders of the hand, from the tips of the fingers, both sides, all the way to the elbow, right? Not leaving any place except that you run water over it with your hand. That's the ghusl. That's washing. The wiping of the head, it doesn't mean that you take water and rub it into your scalp and wash your whole head. So the masah is just a wiping. Now Allah mentions the feet after that. So do we wipe over the feet or do we wash the feet? Here you are with your bare feet. Do you just wipe them? Or do you wash them between the toes, top and bottom, all the way to the ankle with a washing? You wash them. Because Allah said, وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ. And He made it mansub. If you know the Arabic case and grammar, it's mansub, which means it matches what you do to the hands and the face. Washing. Not the wiping of the head. But there's another recitation. And that is وَامْسَحُوا بِرُؤُسِكُمْ وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ. Wipe over your heads and your feet. Wiping is legislated over the feet. Where is this? This is established. We are allowed and we are commanded by Allah to wipe over our feet. Just wipe. Like how we wipe over our head, just wipe the feet on the top only. When is that? When you're wearing footwear and you have put the footwear on in a state of wudu. There's the place for this recitation. That the masah is allowed, and you look into the books of fiqh and you'll find al-mashu ala al-khuffayn, the wiping over the socks, not the ghusl of the khuffayn, not the washing of the socks, but the wiping over the socks. Like the masah, like the wiping over the head. So the second recitation gives you a second fiqh ruling. That in some cases you wash your feet all the way to the ankles with the washing that is like the washing of the face and the hands. And in some cases you use the other recitation and you wipe over the feet, meaning you wipe over the footwear that has been put on your feet that covers up over the ankle of any material, no matter what it is. That's established from the sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not only from the sunnah, but it's in the Qur'an. Shaykh Muhammad bin Salih al-Uthaymin, he said in his Sharh al-Mumti', he said that al-asl fil masah, the base proof or the proof that establishes the legitimacy of wiping over the footwear is not like what many books of fiqh say, the sunnah and ijma', but rather the Qur'an and the sunnah and ijma'. It's in the Qur'an with one recitation. So there's a difference in recitation. Each recitation gives you a different ruling to apply in some situations. Both are intended by Rabbul Alameen, each in their place in an appropriate situation. That's one example. Now I'll just hint to you that there's an excellent resource on this topic in the Arabic language. It is the PhD dissertation of my Sheikh Muhammad ibn Umar Bazmul. His PhD was about this. The differences that exist between the qira'at and the effects that they have in different rulings. So he would bring the recitation that has an obvious difference in application, and he would show how the scholars highlighted those different applications, like the example that I have given you in this with this example. And Allah Ta'ala knows best.